I also want to bring in someone who is in Minneapolis right now. Mark Prakash is an attorney who represented families detained by ICE. It's good to have you back, Mark. And I wonder what your reaction is to this announcement that Operation Metro Surge is coming to an end.
Thanks, Chris, so much for having me. As the governor has said, and senator said as well, we're cautiously optimistic. We want to see what happens. I mean, what does soon mean? What does the drawdown actually mean? So we're cautiously optimistic, and we'll just see what happens.
The governor did also talk about the damage done and the recovery ahead. What does that look like for the people you work with? Because maybe some of the cameras will move on, the ICE agents will move on, but what's left behind?
Right. Thank you. So even legal residents and U.S. citizens have been afraid to even leave their houses. I was actually just talking with an old client of mine who was originally a refugee from Iraq, and he now owns a couple of auto repair shops. And some of his employees who are legal and are in process, they're afraid to come to work. And so businesses are suffering and people can't do their normal lives anymore.
Well, let me go back to the legal fight, because the Minneapolis Star-Tribune reports that in roughly 24 cases, government prosecutors charged protesters with assaulting federal officers, but then had to downgrade those charges because the evidence didn't back it up. Can you describe what it's been like to go up against DOJ prosecutors? Have you ever experienced anything quite like what you've seen over the last few months?
Well, what's interesting is that the career prosecutors are now leaving in droves. You've probably heard and read the news about the Minnesota Attorney's Office. Career line prosecutors are all leaving because, it's one thing to say something on Twitter. It's a whole nother to say something in a court of law. We're all officers of the court, whether it's me or government prosecutors. And so once we get into the courts of law, right, as you say, things just don't add up and things just are no longer supportable.
We have been seeing, as we look in some local papers, there are places across this country that don't get the kind of attention Minneapolis does because they may be small towns. They may be in red states. So let me ask you, as someone who has been very deeply involved in this, what advice might you have for people who are afraid that these immigration surges are coming to them next and they don't know what they should do, whether they're legal or not?
Right. So I've always wanted to advise people, we're in America and you should not need to carry papers with you. But these days, with all of this, as much as it pains me to say so, people should be carrying proof of their status these days and have phone numbers available for people who to call, whether it's a friend or an attorney, so that you've got that backup plan for what happens next. So it's a rough time, and I'm just hoping that people will be safe out there.
The phone number is an interesting thing. So few of us anymore have anybody's phone numbers memorized. That's so true. Mark Prakash, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.